All right, guys, welcome back. So we're looking at HIMS, HIMS, HIMS and hers. So stock is at 55 very quickly on a chart what I'm watching. So at the moment, the stock is capitalization of the stock 12 billion. Okay, so mid cap. After this, I think I have made a video right here saying that it's going to go down, and exactly what happened right around here. I think this is somewhere around here. I don't remember when I traded this one, but I'm pretty sure I was trying to go long, short, and all that stuff, but I don't have any position at the moment, and I'm not trading this stock. But you can see my alerts. So essentially, this resistance is a big resistance, 69 for me. Give or take 65 as well. We are right now between 52 and 60, even 60, I want to say, where it's pretty much every time it's just tried to bounce in the last 5-6 trading sessions, maybe even more. It's been just getting sold off pretty hard. So you can see also they did acquisition, right? HIMS and hers expands into Europe with Zava acquisition on 6/3. And then stock popped, and then the very same day just flushed right back down. So the only reason for me this stock could break this high and squeeze the shorts significantly higher, maybe it goes into $100+, is if they keep reporting better earnings. So next earnings coming up August 4th. So until then, I'm going to be watching pretty technical. So essentially, if it breaks 52, this is the support area I'm watching for the stock, then I would be watching this to come straight back down to 50-day moving average. Of course, 50-day moving average sloping up. This is the yellow line right here on my chart, you can see. So at the moment it's 43, and then 200-day moving average way down here. And you can see where the 20-day moving average, where the 5-day moving averages are. So the blue and the gray. So you can, maybe I'll just do this. You can see when these moving averages moving sideways as well, it just means there's no trend for the stock. Essentially, it's just in the indecision mode, in the range, and whichever way it's gonna break, then I will be watching this theme to that direction. So if it breaks 64, sure, I will watch it to the upside. But if it just chops around here, maybe up until next option expiration, which is June 20th coming up, if this stock just sits around here, and then after the option expiration, if it wants to roll over, it would happen around there. If it wants to come down to like mid 40s and 45, maybe $43 levels, because moving average is going up. So by that time, it would be maybe even around like 47, 45. So that's what I would be watching as a support area if it wants to bounce. But so far, it's just doing absolutely nothing. Even if you take a look at the flows, option flows, there's not much happening. And in terms of, there are a few things I want to show. But the very first, let's take a look at the HIMS flows in the last few days. Anything interesting for me or no? HIMS, there's $60, $50 call, $63 call. So the only thing that is standing out right here is $300,000 position was dropped today, $50 call for October at $15 premium, $16 premium. So they paid the asking price, $317,000. So that's the only thing that is standing out in terms of to the upside. But to the downside, the puts that were purchased, like $60 put like a couple days ago, and yesterday $55 put. These are pretty big premiums as well, 230,000, 100,000. And these are short dated. These are expiring this week. So other than that, not much happening, not much interesting for me. So we gotta see more, and maybe some sort of a catalyst from the company. Not only short squeeze thesis, you can see volume has been pretty much it's elevated. Sure, its volume is pretty high, but direction is not there for me to be interested. And at the same time, let's just check in a sense, like how many, what's the percentage of the total float is being shorted every single day. So today 49%, yesterday 54%, 49%, 61%, 61%. So essentially, yeah, it's highly shorted stock. And also, was it hard to borrow as well at some point? No, I think you can borrow it just fine. And the float, percent of the float short, let's take a look at that number. 31%. So it's very highly shorted as well. So I think a lot of people don't like this name pretty much for their PE, right? So the forward price earnings it is trading at, even though it's 12 something billion dollar company, it's not, I mean, it's mid cap, okay. 57 forward times of its earnings, which is 57 times of its next 12 months anticipated earnings. Essentially, that's very rich. But for Russell 2000 stocks, essentially this is not unusual, but you have to be very careful with these kind of names that trade with such valuation. Anytime market gets a hit, these are the ones that go down significantly, because you have already seen it, like even in the beginning of the year. If you guys remember, where's my tool, where we had this 25 to 72 and then straight back down to 25, and now we're right back up that level. I would not be surprised if it melts down again. But again, I'm not super bearish, I'm not super bullish. I don't have a position. As you can see, I have my alerts. Anytime those hit, I will just decide which way to trade. But right here, right now, to think that 52 is gonna hold, no, I don't think that I would be the one who is interested, because this level is being tested many times. So which means at some point those buyers are going to get tired and they will let it go and it will fall into the next support. Same thing with the resistance, but resistance is pretty it was pretty clear when it dumped with a large volume of that acquisition news. So now that 64, 66, 67 area, it's going to be very heavy area to get over to digest that news. So my take is, until OPEX sideways chop, after the OPEX, sure, it can roll over, and then if it wants to rally, I would be waiting for August. So that's my take. This is not a financial advice. This is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for entertainment and education purposes only. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe. I will see you in the next update.